You guys kiss each other on the lips?
Honey, go.
Hello. Welcome to a video where we discuss themes of Mad Potato Studios films. Today we will be discussing The Lonely Farmer, the themes within that film, and 4 films that inspired that film. There's a particular kind of male loneliness that does not know how to introduce itself. It does not say, I'm isolated, I'm lonely, please help, I need somebody. Instead it says, let's flip a coin, let's have some cake. Come, look at my barn, and please don't arrest me. Our 5th film, The Lonely Farmer, enters a lineage of films exploring how men seek connection through escalation rather than confession. Today we'll be looking at 4 other films that inspired The Lonely Farmer, the themes within these films, and how they connect with what we have in The Lonely Farmer. Firstly, we will look at Friendship with Tim Robinson, a film that explores how a lonely man's misunderstanding of social boundaries disguises his yearning for friendship as enthusiasm. This draws very clear parallels with Mr. Butler in The Lonely Farmer. Then we have a wonderful Iranian film, Taste of Cherry, that explores transactional attempts at human connection. Next we have Paterson with Adam Driver, a more quiet and observational film about belonging and a more optimistic approach in creating connection and friendships. Finally, the main inspiration for The Lonely Farmer, Banshees of Inisherin, explores male friendship as an existential anchor. Our film sits smack bang in the middle of all these films, drawing parallels between different themes and different ways of approaching loneliness and connection in this isolated world.
No, I'd rather you didn't talk to me neither.
Well, anyways, do you want to know what the three...
So let's talk about boundary confusion. In all 4 of these films, when men don't know how to ask for closeness, they often escalate instead. In Friendship with Tim Robinson, we have a great example of this. So we're firstly introduced to Craig as a person who does not really know social boundaries. And when he finally gets a chance to make a friend, he mistakes eagerness for bonding. And as he's brought further and further into the friendship zone, and when he's no longer sure what the right approach to any of these situations are, when the connection slips finally, he spirals out of control. He starts doing weird things like trying to eat a bar of soap to humiliate himself in front of everybody in a way to regain their friendship. Eventually he tries to commit illegal acts like breaking into his friend's house just to save his friendship. But this misunderstanding of social boundaries and further escalating of the situation only pushes him away further from his new friend group. In this scenario, Craig mistakenly believes proximity equals friendship. He wants to be as close as possible to his weatherman friend, at a certain point even breaking into his work so he could be next to him, freaking the new friend even further out and pushing him away further from the friendship. In a similar fashion, Mr. Butler has a similar lack of understanding of social cues and social norms. So when he invites the constable in, he serves him cake and he proceeds to watch him eat in an attempt to connect with him, but this only comes out as creepy to the policeman. He further interrogates the policeman about the dead bodies that he's seen, hoping to connect with him, but again further pushing the policeman away into a territory of suspicion rather than friendship. Finally, when Johan does not know what to do, he reaches for the policeman's gun, hoping that this strange action will somehow lead to a new formed connection between them. And each step that Johan takes is slightly too far. The connection exists there, but he cannot seem to regulate it. And through this constant escalation himself, he pushes what might have been a new friendship away from himself. In a similar fashion, in Banshees of Inisherin, when Calm threatens to cut off his fingers, he weaponizes his own body to enforce distance between him and Podrick. Yet Podrick risks the fingers anyway. For him, his friend's ability to play music is not as important as their connection. So in this sense, both men escalate instead of articulate what they really want. Although it could be argued that Calm does actually articulate and Podrick just refuses to accept what he's saying. But it does seem an inherent trait of these friendships that escalation is inevitable. Mr. Butler escalates too. He reports himself to the police first of all, to have a shot, an attempt at friendship and a connection. He risks arrest, he risks humiliation, just to have this person in his house visiting him, doesn't matter what the pretext is. In this way, just like Podrick, Mr. Butler would rather risk being punished, being humiliated, rather than ignored. Through these examples we can see that in these various films, When men lack emotional language to express what they really want, they use danger and humiliation and physical acts as a way to express themselves.